Welcome to Reprezent Radio, sound of young London. Lord knows, and it's Shahlaa on Represent, and it's time for another edition of Shahlaa Discovers. But today I've got a little twist because I've got a live Shahlaa Discovers in the studio, and she's actually a winner from Creative Monsters Open Mic Night that happened a few weeks ago. I got Ray Poet in the studio. Hello, Ray.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm really good, thank you. Welcome to Represent.
Thank you.
So first off, let's start with who are you and where are you representing?
I'm Ray the Poet, representing myself. Yeah, I do poetry, spoken word. I've been writing for about 4 years now. So, yeah.
And if you could describe your sound in 30 seconds, what would you say?
Controversial, big, different, and unique.
Interesting. Because you're spoken word, it's a bit different, isn't it?
Yeah. I think it's a lot harder as well. Like I think it's a lot harder to get your message across because people feel like, oh no, now I've got to listen because it's spoken word. Like with rap, there's a beat, and people mainly sometimes focus more on the beat than what they're saying. So I think with spoken word, I think you can focus more on the lyrical context than an instrumental behind. And
if you had the choice to either tour the world or collaborate with your all-time spoken word artist, what would you choose and why?
I think
couple times.
not mine.
not that big.
No, definitely somewhere in America, preferably New York or Atlanta. Any one of those two.
But I feel like in New York, you don't even need to have somewhere to perform. You're going to stand on the street and people will watch you.
Literally.
All right, and what advice would you give to other up-and-coming poets?
Just keep going. I think I've been this for 4 years, but I think the last 2 years where I've pulled through and a lot of opportunities have come through. So even if you feel like nothing's going right, just keep going and something will come through, definitely.
Yeah, because you said you've been doing this 4 years. Mm-hmm. Is this the first competition you won?
No. I've won a few, but I think this is like my biggest competition.
Has your life completely changed now? Are you like a celebrity and you're having to tell people, can you stop taking pictures of me? I mean, we've got a camera guy in today. Shout out the camera guy, like filming everything. Do you feel like things have changed and they're moving forward? Or
I think things are moving forward in the aspect that I'm getting a lot more recognition now for what I do. I think the whole thing of me fulfilling the word poet, I think that's what is happening now. I think it's finally hopefully my time, definitely.
So, and there's no plans for maybe singing down the line? Sticking to
maybe.
You can sing, man.
I've got a few things lined up.
Don't tell me that. I'll make you do some live freestyling up in here. No, I'm only playing with you. So we're going to go into the performance that won you the Creative Monsters Open Mic Night. Are you ready?
No.
All right, well, take it away when you are.
Her mouth is on mute, but her body's on loudspeaker. Speaking through the edges of her fingertips to speak to his lips because her mouth is on mute. Muting the truth and letting him believe the lies lying through that phone call. Because each ring was his heartbeat, and the second it hit voicemail, that was confirmation telling her that he's dead. Now his face is permanently stained on the insides of her eyelids, and so every time she closes her eyes, she sees him. Now she wants them to remain close so she no longer forgets his face. And I guess it gives her a chance to embrace. And unlike Stormzy, they were the dreamers and their love was a disease, and she never really understood how something like love could bring a man to his knees. Because even without Adele, they were still turning tables, and being stable was something they wasn't able to do. Now the second they started arguing, their house became the fire, her words were the booth, and I guess he was Charlie Sloth. Because they were both out of mind and completely out of sight. I guess that's why she changed her WhatsApp last scene. Now she didn't want to seem keen, but somehow she still managed to drop the crown for him, and I guess she lost the title of being his queen. Because he was her Muhammad Ali. His words floated like a butterfly and his heart stung like a bee, because her feelings are on mute but her thoughts are on loudspeaker. And she mutes her feelings so he doesn't know the truth, but her thoughts are the one thing that destroyed her youth. Now her thoughts spoke more. During the silence, he replaced a rock with a diamond. Her house became his nighttime asylum. And so the softness of his lips breeded nothing but sin, and each time that he touched her, it was a new disease to her skin. Because they both had criminal minds. And so she seeks early for her revenge. She told him, come dine with me. He said, only if you let me be your vitamin D. And it wasn't long before it became a CSI, yes, crime scene investigation. She found her rehab at Angel Police Station. 9 months in prison, only halfway through her sentence, each day she became more and more relentless, because her actions caused her to be locked up in her cell. She begged and cried to his spirit, please just drag me to hell. He said, everything's gonna be okay, babes. I guess orange is the new black anyway.
Woo, girl. Do you know what I love about you? You're so relevant. You're so fresh. I feel like a lot of spoken word artists feel like they just need to be really serious and angry and use big words that I'm like, what are you even saying? I don't understand what you're talking about. And you keep it really modern and up to date with some of the references you make in your performance. Is that like a conscious decision? What makes you do that?
I think it was a thing where I've started to now use things that people can relate to a lot more.
Right.
Like the whole, like the little like punchlines of like orange is the new black, and things that people watch, like things that are modern.
Yeah.
So people are like, oh yeah.
And do you feel that helps like the audience connect a lot better?
I think, yeah, a lot more. I think because it's relatable as well. Like I don't want to stand on stage and say something that's only relatable for myself but isn't relatable for anyone else.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that really helps.
Girl, I'm watching this space. You're very talented. And have you got more things coming up, or what should we look forward to? Where can we hear more?
Well, I've got Twitter at Ray_poet. That's RAE_poet. YouTube, Ray Levine, RAELEVINE. Yeah, there's a lot more things coming. So yeah.
And are you working on anything at the moment? Give me a little insight.
Yes,
scoop.
I'm currently working on an EP, so that's due to be out very soon, hopefully.
Well, what's that like? An EP for a poet? That's new.
I think it's different. But I know a lot of poets that have done that before. So Shahlaa Nigo True, he's got his Black Suit EP, which is amazing. So yeah. I'm definitely looking forward to doing it, definitely.
Good stuff. Well, thank you so much for coming and sharing your talent with me today.
It's okay.
Got to shout out Creative Monsters for finding you and introducing me to you.
Thank you.
And got to come back when the EP's out.
Definitely.
All right, that was Ray Poet on this week's Shahlaa Discovers. Right now, though, we're going over to some Freight Train. It's Night People.